Grizzlies look to take charge at the FedEx Forum. And we're going to bring it to you live from Memphis, Tennessee. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Alden. Timeout, timeout. From the sideline. For the Denver Nuggets, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the New Orleans Pelicans. So timeout call here, but first for Memphis. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Denver with the ball. Here's Barnes. Drops in the layup for two.
Barnes so physical inside. He can beat you down there as well.
And it's Halliburton penetrating. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. And it's the Nuggets ball. Here's Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Christensen. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
Barnes really just forcing the D to commit. They chose him, and boy, did he make them pay. It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense.
Timeout, time.
They feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And this kid has hops. Barnes gets airborne there and slams it down.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball, following the score by Memphis. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Here's Halliburton. Here he goes. Back to Turner. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Back to Turner. And there's a whistle. That goes on Scotty Barnes. That is his first foul of the game. Halliburton with it. Now defended by Sarr. Pass to Turner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3, Levine.
And so far, having trouble converting on the inside.
Yeah, those are the shots you want, but they've been trickling out on them, guys. They just got to stay with it. Persist in getting those good shots inside, and they'll try.
Sarr with it. Guarded by Levine. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
How about Sarr? Just ridiculous athleticism for a 7-footer.
Pass to Smith. And the rejection by Holmgren. And he's able to get it back. Out to the right wing. Connect with a wide open look. Out to Smith. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Halliburton finds in.
Halliburton just too good for the defense there. Great tenacity and physicality on that drive.
Tyrese Halliburton is flat out special, Clark. Yeah, you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, the better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
Master Oladipo. To the middle. Holmgren with the steal. And here we go. Sarr heading to the hoop.
And how about the anticipation by Holmgren to force the turnover and ignite the break?
Here's Oladipo. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
And the rejection by Holmgren. And Sarr throws it down.
It's almost too easy for the rookie. Sarr, he just pops up and finishes off that lob.
Here's Oladipo. That's good. And it's Halliburton with the assist.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Holmgren. Holmgren is double. It's Thomas on the wing. Off target from outside. The Grizzlies trail by 5. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Hachimura the screen. Holmgren with the steal. Halliburton with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Halliburton's got it.
Talk about self-service. Halliburton doing it all by himself that time.
Pass to Barnes. Back to Thomas. Launches it from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this side.
And so it's Denver with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Don't go anywhere. you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooter.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, it's a cliche, but the Nuggets certainly have strong values. Coach Michael Malone says open and honest conversation. That's the best way to have a real team. We talk about family a lot in our locker room. Families don't always get along, but they have to communicate. All the guys that are willing to speak up, that's invaluable. Kevin?
You can't put a price on it, David. Thank you. Outside for Jackson. And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Here's Halliburton. Got a hand on it. And here comes Smith, leading the fast break. Nobody near Williams. A second chance effort. And it's sent back by Turner. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Reed Shepherd. That's his first foul. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Levine. Outside for Halliburton. And they call an illegal screen.
Bad screen.
And guys, one of the emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
To the inside. And it's Smith finishing it off.
Smith finishing with power. I like that dunk right there.
Pass to Turner. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside, Levine. They need this one. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. No one near Shepherd as he lets it go. No good with the triple. And here's Levine who brings it up for Memphis. They trail by 14. Great Kentucky native Reed Shepherd followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college years.
How cool was that? His dad winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he even had a brief stint in the NBA Reed, the third overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.